Guys, Cigar Bob's back again today with the brother-in-law. We're in Clayton, North Carolina. It's a beautiful evening on a Sunday, so we're trying to get in another review before it gets dark out here. And today we're actually reviewing a really good cigar put out by Pete Johnson and Don Pepin Garcia. It's the Tatuaje Havana VI. This is a Robusto, so it's a 5x50. And it's actually a Nicaraguan Puro, so this is going to be a really interesting smoke. I'm expecting it to be medium to full. All the write-ups on it at JR say it's a medium-bodied cigar. But I like a lot of the Tatuaje product, and so does Corey. We smoke probably every line they have, you know, like the 10th anniversary, the Avion. They're all incredible sticks. I've had the Havana 6 before. Never did a review on it. I mean, it's one of me and Corey's personal...
This is pretty much a go-to stick. I mean, when you're just not feeling like spending any money on the number 9, or I don't know, it's just one of those sticks that you, I don't know, old, reliable. Probably the best way to put it.
Very good price cigar. I think at JR's they're currently $7.50 a stick. I don't quite know the box price. It's not that bad, but for $7.50 a stick for a Tatuaje, it's a really good price. All his cigars are really good quality when you buy these sticks. They're made at the My Father factory, which is puts out some really good blends.
Oh yeah.
And him and Pete Johnson really did a good blend here with this Havana 6.
That's probably one of the reasons why we like this one so much.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a My Father cigar either.
That's right.
Las Antillas, I mean.
Las Antillas is another really good one that My Father puts out. Not put out by the Tatuaje line, but it's put out by Pepin Garcia. And, you know, all of his cigars are incredible. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of the Pepin blue labels, the black labels. You know, the he has so many different blends for, you know, his line. And then, you know, they collaborate together, him and Pete Johnson, and you know, they put out blends for other companies. I think even Henry Clay has a new line out now that Pete Johnson helped blend, which is called the Stalk Cut or the Tattoo. Henry Clay Tattoo, maybe. But very interesting lines of cigars that these guys put out. So today we're just going to do the cut and line on the Havana 6, and we're going to give you a rundown of what we think of it. Give you guys some details about it, and I'll let you know how it is. So, you want to start, Corey?
Yeah. So, you know, first out the gate, you know, you light it up. They're really easy to light. Good draw. Definitely not an airy, you know, cigar. As far as the medium full to full, I say original. You know, the first light, you're going to get that full flavor, and it's going to be a very peppery. You know, again, it's not it's not a pepper bomb. It's just
right.
It's enough pepper there to kind of wake you up and say hello. You know,
exactly.
But I don't know, that's basically what I'm getting at the start right now. It's not no real, you know, other flavors there yet. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll find some, you know, flavors later, but at this moment, it's just pepper.
Yeah, right now I'm picking up, like Corey said, a lot of pepper on my Nose XL. A little bit of an earthy taste, and it's got a little bit of a creamy aftertaste as well. But overall, you know, the first Nose XLs off of this type of cigar, it's chock full of spice and pepper. Usually, after I progressed into some of these cigars, me and Corey have smoked quite a few of them in our day. They usually mellow out a little bit, you know, after you get into it about an inch or so. And, you know, it turns into a real nice, smooth, medium-bodied cigar that's not overpowering. It's, overall, it's just a very good quality cigar.
And, yeah, as we start the review on this one, I know in the past reviews I made mention to, you know, some of the, the smoke and aroma, you know, when you walk in a room or something like that, and somebody's smoking one of these. I'm going to warn you, this one right here, it's not necessarily a, you know, offensive odor, but it's it's not one that you would, you know, leave the doors closed You know, because it's definitely got a stinkiness to it. But
Yeah.
it's still good though.
Oh yeah, very good. Very good cigar. Mine's burning great so far. It's trying to run on me just a tad here on the right side of the stick. You know, every once in a while you'll get a cigar that'll do that. Doesn't matter how well you light it. But other than that, it's got a great draw, great exhale. Easily worth the $7.50 so far.
I forgot how strong these things are.
I know. They're a little overpowering when you first light them up. You know, the reviews always usually say medium to full, but usually starting off, like Corey said, they start off pretty stout. Like mine's very peppery right now. A lot of pepper.
The smoke's just chilling to you. It's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. And by the way,
right now it's not even windy and the smoke's still going.
That's right. And by the way, you know, you notice we're both wearing pink today. We're definitely not faggots, and we can prove that. So, you know, if you want to call us a faggot, you can. But
you know what? I look at it this way. Don't mind that one. Look, I know it's not the whole breast, you know, cancer awareness kind of thing, but yeah, I'm gonna say it like that. That's we'll support that.
Right.
But yeah.
And I got wristbands to prove that we support breast cancer and that I'm a big boob fan because, you know, my wristband, if you look here, let me get up close so you guys can see this so you can see I'm not a faggot here. It says, I love boobies. Keep abreast. You got to keep breast cancer awareness alive, son. So, and I also got my my buddy that was killed in a motorcycle wreck. I keep this on me all the time. It's one of my best friends. So, you know, if you got a motorcycle, stay safe out there. You know, it's tough.
And don't run from the cops.
Right. Let's not go there, but...
I know, but...
But, anyways...
It's not worth it.
We're definitely not fags. Corey's got a family of his own, and, you know, I'm working on it. I'm trying to find a, you know, a girl to settle down with. Somebody that likes cigars. They have to appreciate cigars because me and Corey, we smoke quite a bit of sticks, so...
Long story short, the shirts weren't planned.
That's right.
So...
I just happened to come over here, you know, like 30 minutes ago, and we're both wearing pink, so I guess this is the pinky kind of day, folks, so whatever. Nobody gives a shit, really. But, you know, if you got something to say about it, you know, say it. And, you know, hopefully you don't go too far with it, because we can, you know, we can fix that problem, so. But, yeah, these Robustos are incredible, though, really. You can find them a lot of places. A lot of places are going to carry Tatuaje product. They're very popular. I don't think you're going to find them any cheaper than you're going to get them at JR's, but, you know, if your local shop's got them, snap up some of these, I mean, and try them. They're incredible sticks.
Yeah, this thing's still retaining a good bit of pepper. I've definitely forgotten about how stout this cigar was.
Very, very good smoke.
Ooh.
Very good.
Yeah, definitely full.
And we kind of like these smaller cigars. Like, I'm not a big fan of, like, 60 ring cigars. I know some people like them. But, you know, when you're first trying a cigar or recommending a cigar, I usually recommend trying a Corona or a Robusto because you're going to get the full flavor. Mm-hmm. You're going to get the full profile of the cigar. You're going to get, you know, you're going to get a great example of what the cigars are actually consisted of. So, I definitely would not go any bigger than a Corona or a Robusto if you're trying one of these first time. Mm-hmm. So
this one's definitely a stout cigar.
It is.
This is, you know, if you're a strong smoker, yeah, go for it. But if you're, I don't know, I definitely, if you're a daily smoker and you're not used to like full and strong cigars, just stick with the smell.
Right.
Don't overdo it because this one, if you're not ready for it and you haven't eaten something, this one's gonna give you a headache.
That's right. And in addition to these, every year Pete Johnson comes out with a line called the Halloween series. It's like a monster series. So every year he comes out.
Talking about in the last video.
Yeah, he comes out with some really.
That one right there. Stuff. I nicknamed that one the killer, because buddy, that one's strong.
Right.
Even secondhand, it's strong.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be ready for those.
Just a great stick. I'm telling you guys, this is really mellowing out just a little bit now. Still getting a lot of earth and pepper, but it's really mellowing out now. It's more of a creamy, nutty, woodsy taste now. It's not so much earth and spice right now.
Did you mention what kind of fillers in there?
Well, it's a Nicaraguan Puro, folks. So this has got a Nicaraguan wrap, Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan filler. So
all in all, they started with something, they ended with the same thing. So it's a good smoke. I'm more, like I said, I'm more into the Dominican tobacco, but this one's, I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, this is a very good smoke. Very, very good smoke. Most of the stuff me and Corey smoke tend to be Dominican usually, or Nicaraguan. I usually go for the Nicaraguan. Corey likes Dominican a little bit better. But one thing we don't usually like at all is the Honduran blends. I'm not a big fan of too many Honduran cigars.
Oh, unless the Dominican's mixed, it's got to be that right mix.
Right.
Maybe a 60-40 or something like that. But
Right.
they're not going to give away that kind of trade secret.
Yeah, some of the Honduran blends just have a very interesting aftertaste I'm just not a fan of. And I've had a few Dominicans that had a very interesting soury taste on the wrap. That's what turns me off of some of the Dominicans, not all of them.
Well, you got to get a Dominican with like a Colorado wrap or something.
Yeah, something. But we're not going to do a 2-part video here today. I think we're just going to do one nice long video for you guys. And,
Burn it all the way through.
Yeah. So you guys can watch us for, an hour and a half smoke. Not literally, but, we'll probably make this at least a 10, 15-minute long video, so.
Maybe even talk shit. I don't know yet.
Yeah, we started off with a good little bit of shit talking. And, the camera picks up a lot of background noises as kids are in there fighting. And
sorry about the kids. So.
They're probably pissed off that they can't come out here and smoke with us, I think, so. Give them a little kitty stick. But,
anyways, back to the cigar. So, it's burning good. Got a pretty straight ash. Good color. It's not, running or doing anything weird like that, so it's definitely a well-made cigar, again.
Yeah, Corey's is burning really, really good. Mine's got a little bit of a run in it on the left side now. But overall, I mean, it's pretty consistent. They usually take care of themselves as far as the run. And usually the wrap's not too tight or anything, so this one's got a great easy draw.
And you know what? It would be probably a good idea to mention this, and most of you guys are already going to know this, but there are some cigars out there that are susceptible to damage when you drop them. This is one that does not like being dropped. So when you drop it, you can almost count on a crack.
Yep.
And then that's going to ruin your cigar. So just be mindful. Don't drop these. I don't think there's any. I can't think of another one right now, but I know we've had a couple that we've dropped and it just. I mean, you wouldn't even know that it cracked. You could light it up, you get to the crack, and it just,
right.
It's over, and then you realize what happened, and that's it.
That's right.
You get lucky, and sometimes it's at the wrap, and you're like, all right, well, I'm done anyways. So.
Another thing to mention is a lot of cigars, if you're not careful, they have beetle larvae in them, or beetle eggs.
Oh, don't tell me that.
And if they're not humidified right, or if they're kept in too warm of an environment, you're going to end up getting holes all in your cigar.
Yeah.
So the best thing to really do is just make sure you keep your cigars humidified correctly. And, just watch where you're buying them from. You got to be very careful. I think I've heard some people have a really good way of fixing that problem is by putting them in the freezer for a little bit, or
but don't light them up right after that.
Right.
So make sure you bring them back to room temperature before you light them up, because otherwise they'll explode.
Right.
And that's dramatic, but you know what I mean. They'll crack, and then it's bad.
Mm-hmm. But I'd like to add that the guy that blends these with Pepin, Pete Johnson, owns Tatuaje. I ended up meeting him back in 2012, I want to say, maybe, at a cigar event they did in Raleigh, North Carolina. He is a very personable guy. He's very easy to talk to, very cool with his customers, and they had a big event, big pig picking, and they were promoting his line. And they had an after party at Amra's. It was a cigar bar downtown Raleigh.
Which is non-existent, so...
Right.
Yeah.
And he came and sat with me and my buddies at the table for like an hour or so. I mean, he's just like one of the regulars, man. He's cool. He talks to you. He's not, he doesn't give you the, the cold shoulder. He's
humble,
warm and friendly with all of his customers.
He remembers his beginnings.
Yeah.
So, which is good. I mean, it's a good trait to find somebody like that, because, it doesn't take just anybody.
That's
Anytime
right.
you get famous, I mean, that's a trait you want to make sure you maintain, because it's better to have that fallback, because you never know. You may hit all the way to the top, but it's a hell of a lot harder when you hit the bottom.
That's right.
So. But
that's another reason I like Tatuaje product, is because the man behind the company is very very generous, very caring, and very outgoing and very sociable. So it makes it easy to get along with somebody, and it makes his products that much better when you can, sit down face to face with the owner of the company, and it's just like talking to one of your regular buddies. So, big shout out to Pete Johnson. You did an incredible blend here. You and Don Pepin, you guys have some incredible cigars. So
Yeah. So send us some cigars.
that's right. That'd be awesome. We don't expect it, but it would be awesome. We know. I'm sure a lot of people probably ask for free sticks. I myself have asked for free sticks and didn't get a reply, but it wasn't a big deal because I'm sure you get 1,000 of those.
I don't mind going and buying them and smoking.
Right.
I mean, they're worth it. I mean, it's a product that's worthy of going and buying it and doing a review.
That's right.
But
I don't mind paying $7.50 a stick. Most of his stuff's priced pretty reasonably. Like I said, these are $7.50 a stick. Most of his cigars are $7.50 to $10, $11 a stick for the Avions, and the 10th anniversary, the Fade to Black's $10 pretty much everywhere I've seen it.
I think I like his size selection too.
I do too.
Because he's got, a range. It's not just a Robusto or a Maduro. It's everything.
That's right.
So just depending on your palate and how long you want to sit here and smoke, he's got one for you. So, I want to just add in another cigar trick. So I know many of you have probably, and you've experienced it just as everybody else. You go and buy, a box of cigars, or you may go to a cigar shop and, maybe they're, I'm bouncing off the humidification that he was talking about. And some of them, you go in there, you buy a couple cigars, and you go to, cut and light. And one of the biggest turnoffs of any cigar is you go to cut it, and you do the test drag, just to see what kind of, air you're going to pull, and you find out that it's a tight-ass cigar.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to tell you, there's a trick to it. Number one, don't light it. All you're going to do is piss yourself off and throw the cigar away. The best thing you can do at that point is go find you another cigar and test another one. But that one cigar that you put down, take it home, put it in your bag with humidification, and go put it in the refrigerator. Because what that's going to do is it's going to contract everything, and then kind of gradually expand it once you take it back out, and it's going to draw beautifully.
Opens up nicely.
That's some of the tricks. I know, even Bobby and I guess his dad have kind of looked at me weird when I did it, but, went and did a test draw, and sure enough, you go from a whole bunch of tight-ass cigars to easy draw, the way you like them.
Yeah, I was really surprised when Corey did that, but it works. Very interesting concept. I've never seen anybody do that before, but his cigars, after he put them in there for a little while, and then rehumidified the cigars, they burned perfect. They weren't tight. Very interesting concept. Like I said, never seen that done before, so we always keep that in mind if we have a tight cigar now, instead of trying to sit there and poke it with a draw poker or a...
Well, you end up destroying a perfectly good cigar.
That's right.
And all you're going to do is piss yourself off.
Yeah.
Because, you never know. Some of those nice, number 9s, it's heavily dependent on how the cigar shop humidifies. So if, you take JR's, for an example. Before they, renovated their new shop, which is amazing, by the way. Their old shop, I won't say it was horrible, but their humidification was, I would say, excessive. So, and they were just trying to keep they had a lot of cigars, so they had to humidify the entire place. So it was, you occasionally came across some of the cigars. Now, whether or not they have them now, I haven't come across one yet, so I'm assuming they've got that fixed now.
Yeah, they really got it.
Because they basically, when they tore down the old section of the shop, they did not bring that with them. They have a brand new, I think they even have a smoke eater in there as well.
Probably so.
So it's, it's a good shop. You need to, it's right off 95. I'm sure most of you know exactly where it's at. And it's, it's literally, exit 97.
Yep, exit 97 in Selma, North Carolina.
So, it's a great place to kind of come back and, chill. The only disadvantage of it right now, which on the other side of 95 there is a shopping center, because I know some people may have their wives coming up and down. Just a fair warning, when they did the renovation, the shopping part of it's gone. So plan accordingly. Drop your wives or who you may be with off at, if they want to shop, take them over to the outlets, you know, which is literally, I mean, it's what, half a mile away?
Pretty much. All right, guys, sorry about that. We didn't know the camera had a 20-minute limit.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
Video duration, so I was worried it ate up my 16 gig card, but I was thinking there's no way we ate up 16 gigs in 20 minutes, so even though it's recording 1080. But like Corey was saying, the outlets are, you know, literally right across the highway at exit 97. They have a huge outlet mall across there, so, you know, drop your women off over here before you go to JR's.
Yep. And they have everything. I mean, like I was saying before, it's, I mean, you name it. I mean, anything you could possibly imagine is sitting there. But anyways, back to the cigar. Pepper is still a hint there. It's not, you know, not strong. Still a very strong cigar. I would definitely say it's got a bit of a cream to it.
Yeah, I picked up the same thing Corey's talking about. It really mellowed out a lot once I got halfway through it, which I'm about halfway done with the cigar. That's probably about an hour-long smoke because we've been filming for a little over 20 minutes, so you know, I'm halfway through it. It's probably about an hour, right on an hour smoke. Plus, I'm hitting it a little bit faster than normal, but
yeah, I mean, it depends on how you smoke it. I mean,
overall consensus on this cigar. What are you feeling, Corey?
you talking about scale?
Yeah, 1 to 10. What are you thinking?
You know, it's a good, trusty, economical smoke. I can't rate it as high as we did the other day. You know, on the God, what did we smoke? Smoked so many things.
I don't remember what we smoked last. We do so many damn reviews. It's kind of easy to forget what we actually reviewed.
I'll give this a solid 7.
7?
Yeah, I know it's low. You know what? I'll step it up one notch because that is kind of hitting it low. This is a good smoke, but I'm definitely going to go with an 8. I think that's as high as I'm going to go, just because, you know, like I said, I'm not a full body person.
Right.
You know, if you got a lot of flavor in a cigar, you know, if it's been infused with something, I mean, I'll smoke a full body all day long just because I love the aroma and I love the taste of cigars. But this is it's more or less probably in the realm of strength. You know, so this is one that you're really looking for some strength. This is it. There's good flavors here. I mean, it's definitely got, you know, a woodsy taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
Not really sure what wood I would prefer as far as naming.
Mahogany, oak, cherry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could say an oak.
We don't chew on wood by any means, but
Yeah, try to stay away from that.
yeah, we're not termites by any means, but but you know, if you had to give it a woodsy taste, I'd say it's maybe a little bit of an oak or a cedar. Usually every cigar you're going to get some kind of notes of cedar. Usually, I mean, in a lot of my reviews, I get cedar.
And a lot of that's because, you know, most boxes are cedar, so
That's right.
go figure, right? So what do you think?
My consensus is, because of the price point and the quality of these sticks, I'd probably give it an 8.5. Price point versus quality. Overall, it's a great stick. By no means is it a bad stick. Overall, it's a very, very good cigar.
We've had some horrible ones.
We have had some very horrible cigars. Not Tatuaje, but
yeah. Well, we may have to, you know, bring up some bad cigars to kind of stay away from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because the experience of them. There's a reason why we like smoking good stuff and giving those reviews versus you know, like a hand selection of some horrible cigars. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, there's a lot of trade cigars out there that, you know, they've been around the block. They don't do anything. They just roll. And I don't even think they even hand roll. Like some of these places, I mean, they still hand roll. You know, which I believe is it puts a certain quality, you know, to the cigar where you don't really get it with a machine roll.
That's right.
So, and I think a lot of the problems with some of the tighter cigars that we've had, I want to say a lot of those have been machine rolled. So,
yep. So, anyways, guys, we're going to finish up this review. Once again, this was the Havana VI by Tatuaje. You can get them at most of your local shops will probably carry Tatuaje. If not, you can find them online everywhere. We're fortunate enough to have JR Cigars right down the road, literally 15 minutes away from Clayton, North Carolina. So, you know, like we do in all of our reviews, if you go to my website, cigarcognoscente.com, look up the review on the cigar. This video is going to be attached to it. There's going to be a full rundown of the review. There's going to be the video in there, and there's also going to be a link to the cigar. So you won't have any trouble getting to it. Just go through my website, click on the link. It'll take you directly to the product. You can buy boxes, whatever you want to buy. So
yeah, I think we want to add something to that as well. You know, like I said before, there's a comment section, and it's meant, you know, for you guys to put some comments down. But one idea that kind of crossed my mind, which I haven't spoken to him about yet, but some of those comments that you provide, I think would be a good thing to actually, you know, obviously, you know, good comments and reasonable ones. So if you're, you know, kind of limit the profanity or something like that that you may have to say, and actually put something that's, you know, good, you know, maybe an experience personally with one of these cigars. If you put it at the bottom, I mean, I'm sure we can throw that in there, you know, as a, you know, somebody else has smoked them besides us. So, because again, this is a good cigar. I'm just not a full body all the time guy. You know, I like medium to fulls. I like medium cigars. Anything less, and I think I'm wasting my money. But this is a good stick. So.
Yep, and it doesn't leave a bad aftertaste in your mouth. It's very pleasing on the palate. So, anyways, guys, it's Bob and Cigar Bob and Corey. You know, doing another review with you guys, and I think the next things we're going to review is the Tatuaje Tattoo. It's their economy line. A little bit less price cigar. It's probably about $6 a stick, $6.50 a stick. So our next review is probably going to be that cigar. So
I'll say it's the same size too, right?
That's a Bellicoso. It's a little bit different. I think it's maybe a 6x50. So.
Okay.
But we'll be back with you guys soon. You know, maybe tomorrow we'll do another cigar review. So you know, stay tuned and look forward to the next cigar review. For you know, we're happy to do these reviews for you guys, and you know, hope you guys keep coming back and watching. So, Cigar Bob's out.
I'm out.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.